Magic Monday. How is everyone out there? Wow, it's so good to be with you guys. I haven't done an Instagram live in a minute, and I was sitting here dressing some candles, and I said, you know what? Let's talk a little magic, shall we? I've been doing a lot of work for this past new moon and in preparation for the beginning of next year. Hi, everybody that's joining. Thank you. A lot of preparation for the winter solstice that's coming up and for basically the start of a new year. And for those of you that are getting your goals in place and setting your intentions in place and getting ready to manifest the best year possible, because a lot of people may or may not have had all the success that they felt that they should have achieved for 2018 and want to focus on doing bigger and better things next year. So I said, let me try to help y'all with some of that. Last night, I put up a post both here on Instagram and in my Facebook group, Let's Talk Magic, that said, yes, you manifested being broke. And that post got a lot of people to start thinking and kind of looking at their surroundings and their situation and asking, okay, if I've attracted this to me, what do I do in order to change it? It can be rather jarring to kind of sit with yourself and come to the understanding that your situation, wherever you are in life, good or bad, even down to watching this video right now, is something that you've attracted to yourself. And it's more jarring when some of the things that we feel are not beneficial to our reality, we've attracted. And I'm here to tell you that you have. And just how you may have attracted things that you don't want, you can turn that around and attract the happy, amazing, prosperous, positive, loving, fulfilled life that you not only want, but you deserve. Because you're here for a reason. There's no question about that. Nobody lands on earth by a mistake. You're either working off karma or you asked to be here. But either way, you're here for a reason. So why not make the best of it? Now, I'm going to share with you guys some spiritual tools that have helped me. Some tools that I recommend you to start implementing, especially if you're new on your journey or new in your practice and you haven't achieved that level of where you can think things into existence. That's where tools come in. Tools like, almost knocked my phone over. Tools like your manifestation candles, tools like your crystals, performing rituals, spiritual baths, and all those things. But we're going to dive a little bit deeper into that because I want to help you kind of figure out, how did you get here in the first place, and where are you going, and what steps need to be done in order for you to get there. How's that sound? Hi, everybody. I see you guys. There are questions popping up. I will try to answer them through the video, but if I don't get to them, it's just because I didn't see them. It's not because I'm ignoring you guys, but thank you for joining. So first and foremost, let's just identify a couple of things, because a lot of people are practicing magic. I see it. I think, would you guys agree that it seems as if magic is almost trending now? Like candle magic and everything is good vibes and unicorns. Yes or no? Am I right? Because I know when I started my YouTube channel 3 years ago, yeah, there were other practitioners, but it was not everywhere the way that it is now. And that's because people's spirits and souls are evolving and they're coming to the light. We're going through a shift. We're coming out of the age of Pisces, going into the age of Aquarius. I won't get into all that in this video, but we are definitely coming into a shift, and people are leaving traditional religious dogmas and they're saying something's missing. What I was taught or brought up culturally, or what I was raised to believe, isn't really fulfilling something inside of me, and I know that there's something else. My spirit is yearning for more. The law of attraction. A lot of you have noticed that you'll say things and it'll happen, good or bad. A lot of people start dabbling in magic and they'll light a money candle or they'll light a road opener, and then they'll finally see a shift, and it makes you wonder, okay, there's something out there energetically that's bigger than me. How do I tap into that to be the best version of myself? Because that's what it's all about. Living free, being happy, being the best version of yourself, and transcending to a higher place. Because I'll speak for myself. I enjoy the physical body. I like to eat. I like to drink. I enjoy sex. I like all the fun stuff. But I'm not coming back to this world, this dimension, in a physical experience again, because it's just not that much fun. Like, there's things going on around us that I don't like, and I want to be in a higher, happier place. So I'm working on evolving my spirit to be in a higher place so I don't have to come back and do this again. Coming back 100 years from now, if you think the world's bad now, it's going to be even worse then. So part of your spiritual journey isn't just to manifest all the physical luxuries. That's a small percent. But it's to develop your intuition, your psychic senses, and get your spirit to a higher place. That's the bottom line. And if no one's told that to you, I'm telling it to you. Unless you want to come back here again, that's up to you. So, you're on your spiritual journey. A lot of people, and it's funny, a lot of people comment on my videos and say that they're too long. And I'm like, well, I'm just trying to explain to you what you're doing, because it's like magic, a candle ritual. You want to manifest a new car. You want to manifest a house. You want to manifest a love partner. It's like baking a cake, okay? Intricate steps have to be done to get the results that you want. If a recipe calls for 3 eggs and you put 2, guess what? Your cake isn't going to rise. It's the same thing in your magic. But understanding, overstanding why things need to be done a certain way will help you in your manifestation. A lot of people that I talk to that come to me, they're like, I don't really know. I've Googled, I've YouTubed, I've read. I know I burned this candle and I got results, but I'm not sure what I'm doing. So it's important to first understand what you're doing. With understanding what you're doing, you need to know, what is it that you want? Where are you going? What are the results that you're looking for? And a lack of clarity or uncertainty will affect your magic. You know, for example, you drive to work, right? You drive to school. You get accustomed to, there's a route that you take. You know, I had a job. I lived 4 miles away from my job. It took me 45 minutes to get to work. And then I finally said, let me take another route and see if I can get there sooner, okay? It's the same thing with magic. A lot of people are so used to feeling the only way for me to become wealthy is to do this. The only way for me to get this is to do this. But you're not getting there. You're hitting a roadblock. What a lot of people will call, or when I do my consultations, they're like, I feel like I'm blocked. I feel like something's blocking me. I feel like something's in my way. I feel like someone else, am I hexed? Am I hoodooed? Does someone put something on me? Which is the number one question. And some people are. But sometimes we create our own roadblocks, or sometimes the lack of clarity for what you think you want isn't exactly for you, or the route that you're going isn't the best way for you to get there. So, you know, it's like going to nursing school when you really want to be an artist, but you're like, I better get a college degree to make a whole lot of money. In actuality, you don't need a degree. You don't need a degree to make money. You need to just do what you want to do and find a different way to get there, whatever that is. Roadblocks. So you're burning your candles, you're saying your affirmations, you're being positive, you're trying to be a good person or what have you, and you keep hitting this detour. And it's like, why? I can see where I want to be, but how come I'm not getting there? The detour sign is because either the route you're taking or the way you think you're supposed to get there isn't actually for you. There's a better way of doing it. And the universe is like a construction worker. What's the purpose? A construction worker holds up the sign, says stop, slow, detour, go this way. That's what the universe is doing. That's what your higher self is doing. There's this roadblock and you're trying to get through it, can't get through it, and you're banging your head up against the wall. It's been 2 years that you haven't made the money you want, or you didn't start the company, or you haven't attracted the relationship, or you whatever it is. The universe is trying to say to you, go this way. Because this route may open doors for you to something bigger and better. It may open doors for you for exactly what it is that you want, but you got to go down a different path. It's the same thing in your magic. I've been working with the client for a little less than 6 months, and some of you that are in Let's Talk Magic saw this last night. She put up a video and the photos of the new car that she manifested. If you've been following me, you remember my video I did about 5 months ago on how I manifested my new car, working with the money machine candles, putting tangible things on my altar, walked into the car dealer with less than perfect credit, and not only that, said I did not want to spend my money for the car. I was going to spend some money to put down, but it wasn't going to be my money. And I went in the dealer on a Wednesday, left on the car dealer on a Saturday with the car, and the down payment was given to me as a gift. And the reason that happened for my particular client, myself, but for her, she kept burning money candles. Money candles, money candles, money candles, money candle, money candle. Road opener, road opener, road opener, road opener, road opener. And what I say to people is switching up your tool, switching up the result. People do money spells. They're asking for the money. She wanted the money to buy the car. And I said, stop asking for the money. Start asking for the car. Stop burning the money candles. Start burning the road openers. Focus on the outcome, not necessarily how you're going to get there. And the universe will conspire to give you what you want. Okay? But you have to be very clear in knowing what it is that you want, what are you here for, what's your destiny, where are you going. If you don't know, there's ways to figure that out too. But it's like saying you want to go on vacation. I need to take a vacation, and you're worrying about how you're going to get on the vacation when you don't know where you're going yet. Things need to be done in stages, okay? So one thing I want to say to a lot of you that are practicing your magic, study, study, study. If you're not clear on what you're doing, or you're not sure if you're utilizing the right candle or the right tool, you know, seek advice, whether that's studying, whether that's a practitioner. Try different things. I talk to a lot of people that tell me they don't have any money. And these are people that have used magic before and know it works. And I'm like, well, do you have a money candle going? And they'll say, well, I did one 3 months ago, and it kind of worked. I didn't really see anything. You've been struggling financially for 2 years, and you did one money candle. That's not going to cut it. You have to be consistent. And what is the goal? Okay, is the goal just for money, or is the goal to buy a house? Is the goal to buy a car? Is the goal to put your kids through school? Is the goal to relocate? Is the goal to go on vacation? Is it to buy a wedding dress? Is it to buy that ring? What is the outcome that you want? Don't worry about how you're going to get there. Be clear on what it is that you want and what should you be doing, and be open. That sometimes what seems like a block is really a purposeful detour to get you on the right path to your success. Some spiritual tools and a couple things also is, are you in desperado mode? Desperado is when you've hit rock bottom, whatever that is for you. So oftentimes clients come to me after the fact. The situation's already blown up in their face. It's already at the worst that it could be, and it's only getting worse. But this has been brewing for months, maybe even years. You have been seeing, you saw that road closed sign, 200 miles ago, but you kept going thinking you was going to drive through it. And now, oh my God, you need a spell to fix this. You've been living not in your best potential for years, and now shit's hit the fan, and now you want to fix it. One candle's not going to do that, okay? You got to release some things. You got to heal some things. You got to hit the reverse on the car and back it up, and you might even have to turn around and reroute to get to where you want to be, okay? Back to why I say you manifested being broke. Are you operating in the I have and I know it's coming, or I don't have and I hope the universe does something? There's a big difference, okay? There's a difference when you're practicing your magic and commanding your energy and begging. Are you begging, or are you asking? Are you commanding, or are you doing? Are you putting it out, or are you just sitting there? Or are you thinking about it and you're not doing shit? Now get real with yourself. You don't have to admit it to me, but what are you really doing? Magic works with action. Now, yes, I and a lot of you, because I talk to a lot of you guys personally, have manifested some amazing things. It seemed like it came out of nowhere. It really does. And magic can work that way, but it also takes action steps. I wanted a new car. I wanted someone to give me the money to get the new car. I had to go car shopping to find it. I had to actually go test drive some cars, go to some dealers. I had to get clear on what I wanted. And then I did the work for it. Actually, I got clear on what I wanted. I put the car on the altar. Then the car showed up on Craigslist, and I went to the dealer, and then 3 days later, the check came to pay for the car. Action, okay? But you also have to be in alignment. I didn't stress out about how the money was going to come. I didn't stress out that I was renting a car for 2 weeks and broke the bank. I didn't stress about that because I knew The universe was going to provide. All I had to do was put in the work. Okay? So, you want a new job and you're burning your job candles? Are you looking for a job? Because it's not going to knock on the door. You want a new boyfriend or girlfriend and you're doing your attraction candles, but are you sitting in the house? Or are you going outside where people can see you? Because that partner is not going to knock on the door. There is action that has to be required. And also a lot of people say, oh, well, my spell didn't work because it didn't manifest, or it manifested and then it went away. Well, let me tell you something. And I always use this example because this is literally what someone told me. If you do a job spell and you get the job, but you show up to work every day and you get fired because you're late, and now you want to put a curse on your boss for firing you, it's not that the spell didn't work. You got what you wanted, but you didn't maintain what you had. So you weren't blocked. Your boss doesn't have it out for you. No, you shouldn't hex somebody. You fucked up. So that's a lot of things. People will manifest stuff and then they'll sabotage themselves, whether they're conscious of it or not. Self-sabotage. And you have to know that goes back to being clear. You want clarity. I sabotaged myself when I worked at the job and I had a coworker that she was terrible. She had to go and I hoodooed her ass up out of there. And then my boss had me take over half of her responsibilities while she was gone for 4 months. I fucked up. I wasn't clear. I wanted her gone. I didn't want to do her job. That's why it's very important to find clarity on what it is that you're trying to do. Conducting energy, setting up your altar, working with tangible items. The utmost importance. You want a house? Put a house on your altar. You want a car? Put a car on your altar. You want an engagement ring? Put a ring on your altar. You want a new job? You want to go on a trip to a tropical island? Put some plane tickets up there. I put an airplane on my altar and ended up going on a trip less than a week later that was paid for. And I just put it up there as a symbolism of, oh, I want to travel for 2019. I have 4 trips that are booked between now and April. All paid for. By putting the airplane on the altar. Start switching up your candles. So again, stop asking for the money. Start asking for what it is that you want, and what you need to support those things to come into your life will automatically fall into place. Somebody asked me actually if 2019, is it too late to do the 2019 candle ritual? It is not too late. It can be done anytime, but I wanted people to get started early because some people, you want to leave the crap of 2018 in 2018. And I'm trying to remind those of you, don't wait till January 1st to try to set your intention for next year. Start now. Start cleansing and clearing and letting go and releasing. And that's another thing, back to why people manifest being broke, is you haven't released certain things. And you'd be surprised how everything is a domino effect. How that breakup from 5 years ago, you're not over, it's affecting your money. It's affecting your health. It's affecting your job relationships. It's affecting your relationships with your friends, family, and children. You got to release some stuff. You got to release some baggage. You got to clean out the closet, literally and figuratively. You got shoes and purses you don't use, get rid of them. You're still crying over that ex that don't want you, get over that shit, because you're blocking yourself from moving forward. How can you bring anything new into your life when you haven't even gotten rid of the old stuff? Would you put nice, fresh, beautiful, organic groceries in an old, dirty, moldy refrigerator? Hell to the no. So why would you do that with your life? What's going to happen? What happens if you put fresh bread in a bag of moldy bread? That fresh bread becomes mold, doesn't it? What happens if you bring the heartbreak and the trust issues into a new relationship? You're going to break up, right? Because you're going to put on that partner what you haven't healed from, and you're going to go into this repetitive cycle. What happens if you start a new job bringing in the bad habits from the old job, or you go into the job thinking all your coworkers are out to get you because that's what happened? You're going to manifest that and attract that into your life. The time is now. New things are going to come to a lot of you because a lot of people are getting ready for the new year. You're setting your resolutions, but you're still holding on to some stuff. And I'm not saying that stuff is going to clear up or go away overnight, but you got to do something. It takes action, whether that's meditation, prayer, asking your spirit guides, working with your candle magic, getting some Reiki, getting some tools. Do something, okay? You deserve your happiness. And I can't stress this enough to people that are like, they have all this stuff and worry and shit's going on in their life. And I'm like, don't you want to be happy? Don't y'all want to be happy? Yes or no? I want to be happy, and I want to see everybody else to be happy and prosperous. And these are the ways that it has to be done. It has to be done, or you can stay stuck where you are. Now, I talked about this in my video back in 2015. Are you blocking your financial abundance? If you haven't watched it, go over to my YouTube channel, Mystic at the Crossroads. Are you blocking your financial abundance? And let me tell you, can I be really honest with you guys? Because I'm not perfect. I am a work in progress, but I am sharing with you the things that have worked for me, and I've come a long way. Even though my parents raised me and I've been in the field of magic since I was a kid, I'm still learning, okay? When I was in the medical field in my nursing job, and I used to drive those 4 miles to work that took me 45 minutes in LA traffic, and I was livid. I was smoking weed when I got home from work, and smoking weed on my way, and burning candles on my coworkers. Hold on, y'all. Trying to see if this is gonna refocus for me. Come on. Maybe not. Okay. We'll be back in focus in a second. Anyway, my point is, and I'm not knocking anything, and I'm not above anything, but I have grown. I was enjoying my music, and I realized why I was so angry when I got home from work, besides working a long 12-hour shift, or why I was so irritable going to a job, besides the fact that my coworkers got on my nerves and I constantly felt like I had to burn candles on them. I was listening to rap music. It's like, why are you watching the news and listening to rap music? Of course you're going to be upset. Of course your spirit is going to be ruffled. Not knocking rap music, okay? I'll tell you, if I'm getting ready to go out, I may throw on a little trap music while I'm getting dressed. That's very seldom. A lot of you know me. If you get in my car, that is not what's playing. We got The Secret going, or some lounge music or something. Your frequency, you got to raise your vibration. If you're listening to Cardi B, you ain't going to manifest nothing. I'm going to tell you that right now. No offense against Cardi. I think she's a great artist. But my point is, if you're listening to things that are on a low frequency, if you're watching the news, if you're putting trash food in your body, if you're having sex with people that their luck is terrible, if, you got Lil Wayne is on repeat while you're trying to dress your money candles, you're not going to manifest very well. You're going to manifest on the frequency that you are putting in your programming yourself. I had a bad case of road rage. I'm going to be honest with you. Coach Kyer was with me one day. This was a couple years ago. This was when I was coming out of my road rage. And he was in the car and he was like, oh my God, like what? I was just so, if y'all are in LA, I am not exaggerating. LA traffic will make you want to fucking kill somebody. That's just what it is. And I'm like, okay, I can't have road rage and manifest stuff. Okay, I have a slight cursing problem. I got to work on that too. You can't be on a low vibration and want things to happen like this. A lot of times people will notice that they'll say things and it'll happen. Typically, the stuff you don't want to happen seems to happen faster than the things you do want to happen. You want to be mindful what you're thinking, how you're feeling. Now, no, it's not possible to monitor every thought 24 hours a day. That would just drive you crazy. But you do need to be conscious of what you're thinking. So here's an example. This happened to me yesterday. I took my car in for a service, and my service was going to cost $90. And my initial reaction, I'm only human, was like, oh, God, I wish I didn't have to pay this $90 today, right? That's what anybody would think. And as soon as I thought it, it was like, back it up. I hit the delete button in my head, and I was like, you know what? No, universe, I am so happy and grateful that I have the $90 to pay to get my vehicle serviced. Long story short, I take my car in for a service to my mechanic. I have a private mechanic. I've been going to him for a while. I took my last car. And I go to pay, and I'm like, well, how much do I owe you? He was like, nothing. And I'm like, what? And he's like, it's okay. And I said, and this is the basic self, the human self. I said, but why? Why are you asking why? I said, why? He literally looked at me and he was like, I don't know, Merry Christmas. And I'm like, just receive. You have to remain in receive mode. So that was $90 I didn't have to spend. And a lot of times our basic self, because you have a basic self, a conscious self, and a higher self. Your basic self, your conscious self, and your basic self are always kind of like this, right? And so my immediate reaction was to question why he wasn't charging me for, and it was like, why are you questioning it? This is the universe giving something to you, be open to receiving. A lot of times people tend to say no to things. They turn stuff down. They walk, and the biggest thing is you walking over change, you're walking over pennies, you get offered stuff, you get invited somewhere and you say no. Stop saying no. Start being open to receiving. Us women, I think us women, the one thing, because we try to be maybe a little humble and a little modest, is someone pays us a compliment, and instead of just saying thank you graciously and keep it moving, we'll either say something or we'll in the back of our head be like, oh, I don't feel that pretty today, or oh, I don't feel like this, or they'll say, oh, your hair looks nice, and you'll say, oh God, it's so frizzy. Stop. Just stop. Be open to receiving, okay? A lot of you that are trying to manifest a love partner will be approached by someone who's attracted to you, and I'm not saying you got to go out with someone that you're not interested in, but in us women, we can be mean. Poor guys, poor anybody who's trying to approach a woman. We can shut people down so quick. And it's like, be gracious. You're not going to attract that one love partner if you're rolling your eyes at the first thing that you look at visually and you're like, oh God, he's so ugly or she's so ugly. And you're knocking it. That's not going to work, okay? If you're hoodooing all your coworkers, take it from me, you're not going to make your time at your job any easier. And you also need to look at yourself and figure out, is it the job? Is it the coworkers? Or maybe it's you that needs to move on to something bigger and better. So really examine your surroundings, examine your intentions. Now with magic, I talk about magic isn't black, it isn't white, it's energy. What you choose to do with it is up to you. I am no judge. I have no judgment. Let me just say this. I don't care what you do with it. There's things that I personally don't care to practice. That's how I feel internally from my soul. Do what you want to do. But are your intentions justified? Not are they justified because you want them to be justified, but are they really, truly justified? Because if they aren't, two things are going to happen. Your spell's not going to work, or your spell will work and it's going to backfire with some significant consequences. Now, you don't have to believe that. You don't have to believe in karma. Don't have to take my advice. But every action has a reaction. We all know that. And the reaction that comes back may not always be in the way that it was sent out. So what I'm getting at here, being justified in your magic, being clear with your intentions. Start living in your best self. Like they say, fake it till you make it. If you guys haven't watched The Secret, you need to watch it. If you haven't listened to The Magic, you need to get it on an audiobook or you need to read it. The Power, actually. Fake it till you make it. If you're looking for a job, set your alarm clock and get up every day like you're going to work. I don't care if you're going to sit on the sofa. Start acting as if these things are already happening, and these things will begin to happen. A lot of you that are in the entertainment field, or you're trying to become actors and actors and models and entertainers and musicians and producers and all those sort of things, start dressing the part, start looking the part, start taking steps to get to, even if you don't have any money right now, just figure out a way to start living as if these things have already happened, and the universe will automatically support you in a lot faster than you would believe. Now let's get down to some tangible things to work with on your altar. And then I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm going to try to take a couple of questions if I can. We've covered putting certain things on your altar. I understand, I'm not saying go out and spend a lot of money. A lot of people are on budgets, but there's a Dollar Tree, a Dollar General in every city, every state. There's a Target. You got some loose change, go find it. If you haven't downloaded the secret checks, I suggest you download those. Get yourself a calendar and start putting things on your calendar. So if you want to take a big fancy trip out of the country somewhere, and be realistic, don't put on there December 24th when you ain't got no money to get there. But if you're like, okay, you know what, I want to go to the Bahamas for the summertime, put that on your calendar. Don't worry about how you're going to get there. Don't worry about where the money's going to come from. Don't worry about if you're going to take a bus, walk, train, fly, or swim. Just do it, because that's a way of sending it out to the universe. My client that I just worked with, oh, you guys should see her testimony. It was so beautiful. I was really overwhelmed, but I mean, she did everything I told her to do. She put the car on her altar. She bought the law of attraction planner. She did her candle work. She burned her ancestor money. She wrote out her petition. She was consistent. And I'm talking the stuff that this woman has manifested in less than 6 months. And now she's manifesting faster because she's been consistent. And this isn't just one person. I mean, y'all, a lot of y'all been following me. If you do this, you will see results. You will see results. I'm telling you. Start treating your bodies better. Start drinking more water. Start getting more sleep. Start eating healthier. I'm not saying you got to go to Whole Foods and spend $75 on a bag of apples and 3 avocados. But start treating your temple better. Get rid of people that aren't good for you. Bye. Love you, bye. I don't care who they are. My mom was a damn good witch. She's not the most happiest, nicest person to be around. And I love my mother, but I don't fuck with her like that. Thank you for what you taught me. I come and spend time with you, but you're in a darker place right now. I can't have that around me, whether it's my mom or not. Sorry. You know, I cut off people, kids, friends. Hell, if the cat started getting attitude, she'd be gone too. And I love her. But my point is, get rid of things and people and situations that are not serving you in order to invite what you want. Whatever type of magic you practice, that's up to you. Whatever type of deities you work with, hey, that's on you. I would say do your homework. Understand low vibration attracts low vibration. High vibration attracts high vibrations. Work with who you want. But your magic and the things you manifest and what's happening in your external environment is going to be a reflection on how you practice. Are you gossiping? Are you sharing fighting videos on YouTube? Are you talking about people? Are you eating your coworker's lunch? Are you really secretly a hater? Are you seeing stuff over here and talking about it over here? Just because nobody sees you or you think nobody sees it, you can't hide from the universe. You can't hide from your angels. And you're trying to manifest stuff, but in actuality, you got some dark things that you need to work out. You're not going to get very far. I'm just saying. Start developing your intuition. So what I mean by that is get yourself a deck of oracle cards. Get yourself a pendulum. You got to start trusting yourself. A lot of people aren't trusting their own intuition. They're not trusting their own magic. They're hearing things and they're sensing things and they're feeling things, but they're not paying attention to it. And then they're wondering why things aren't working. When you go into a candle store, I have a variety of candles here. If you see something that you're drawn to, then that's what you're supposed to be working with. This is what I call my shaman bag. And if you guys want to know everything that's in here, I'll go over it at the end of the video. But there's a couple of very important things that I do on a daily basis. One, I always pull a card of the day before I go out. I keep my pendulum on me. When I went to Tybro a couple weeks ago in Las Vegas, and I don't gamble very much, but I'll throw $5 in a slot machine. I was walking around the casino with my pendulum over all the slot machines, and I know people are looking like, what the hell? But hey, I won some money, okay? My last business meeting, they were asking me what my decision was going to be with this candle company that wants to produce my candles, and I busted my tarot cards out on the table, and they looking like, what she got going on? Yeah, I'm going to throw a card before I answer your question. Start working with your tools so that you're not making blind decisions, you know. Get your natal chart done. And I say this a lot. Back to that roadblock, back to feeling like, okay, I think I'm blocked. I want this. I want to make my first $1 million. And I think I should become a lawyer to do it, but it's not working. Get your natal chart done. This is the roadmap of your life. So you know, why do I keep attracting the bad boyfriend? Why do I keep having car accidents? How come I keep going to nursing school and I just can't seem to get past this course? Maybe because it's not for you. Maybe you should be doing something else. Once you figure out what your life path, what's going to benefit and support you. You don't have to do what it says, but having an understanding of your roadmap and what would be the most supportive avenue for you to achieve what you want is crucial. Not knowing your life's path and destiny or what will work for you, what won't, is like driving a car with a blindfold on. Guess what? You're going to crash eventually, okay? Once you get your natal chart done, then Now I know, okay, this is what's going to be most beneficial. This is how I'm going to make my $120,000 this year. This is my talents that I'm really good at. How do I manifest the steps to get there? And that's what I can help you with. What rituals need to be done? What candles need to be burned? How do we open up these doors to success? Coach Kayer, my personal astrologer, highly recommend. I will get my, you should get your natal chart done with him. And what he does, he'll go over all that with you. And what I do is I coach my clients as to, we have a whole game plan. My girl that just manifested her car, she knew what candle she was burning, what day, what spiritual bath, what ritual. And we had certain things in place for each month which got her to where she is, and a lot of other people. I'm using her as an example because I'm just so excited about this. She just got the car Sunday, day before yesterday, whatever. Yeah, so getting a reading done doesn't have to be with me. You can work with any practitioner that you feel comfortable with, but getting a reading done, getting a consultation, how to work your magic. All right, let's bust into some candles. So the 2019 candle, beautiful cocktail candle. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is to help set your intention, set your tone. It can be done anytime between now and the beginning of the year, the full moon, the new moon. Where are we? Help me out here. Today is Monday. So yeah, we just had a new moon. We're gonna have a full moon, waning moon. So the next new moon is gonna be January 5th. So you can do this candle now. You can do it for the winter solstice, which I'm getting ready for. And if you guys want me to do a video on that, I will gladly do a video for you. January 5th will be a great time to set your intention. But the whole purpose of doing this candle early on is to get it right this time. We ain't got time for no mistakes. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting older. I got stuff that needs to be done for 2019. And we don't have time for mistakes and backpedals, and ain't nobody got a bunch of money to be spending on all these candles. You got to get it right. You should invest in your money candles. If you didn't burn any other candle, I say this, I know I sound like a broken record. If you didn't burn any other candle, keep a money candle going, get a road opener candle going. You may need to switch it up a little bit. You may need a blockbuster candle. You may need a success candle. You might need a palm wax candle. You may need a pay me candle. Switch it up. If you're not sure, if you're like, okay, I know what I want, I know where I want to be, I'm just not sure what to do to get there, talk to me. Schedule a consultation, oneritualway.com. We can go over, I'll give you you'll have a whole month's worth of homework of what needs to be done when to get the results that you're looking for. A lot of you, I would also recommend putting yourself in a honey jar. A lot of people think honey jars are just to sweeten a person or sweeten a situation, but you want things to come to you sweetly. Put your own photo in a honey jar. Put some money oil down in there. Write out a petition. Start attracting, just how flies are attracted to honey and flowers. Start attracting the things that you want. Be a little bit nicer to yourself. You'll be surprised of what you can manifest in one moon cycle. Think about this. There's 12 full moons in a year, almost 13. What would your life be like a year from today if you manifested 12 amazing changes? You know what that would feel like? It'd feel really good. A year from now, you wouldn't be watching this video. You'd be having fun somewhere. Yes, it can happen. And it really is that simple with the right formula, with the appropriate tools, with really being consistent on your spiritual work and your spiritual journey. Start making a plan. Because yes, things can be manifested out of the air, but it comes a lot quicker when you know what you're doing, you know how to do it, and you know where you're going, and you know what you need to use in order to get there. It's like 1, 2, 3. And once you get it, you'll be on a roll. I promise you. Let's see. Last but not least, so I've had some notes here. So you talked about your homework. It's your homework. You're going to do some clearing and cleansing, right? You're going to clean out that moldy refrigerator of your life. You are going to get yourself some fresh candles to light for the solstice or for this upcoming full moon. You are going to get your natal chart done, CoachKAstrology.com. That's who I recommend, but please, you are going to stop worrying about how you're going to get what you want. You're just going to ask for what you want. You're not going to wait any longer till shit hits the fan. You're going to see the storm brewing. This is funny. Someone asked me the other day what my thought was. She was told, someone had basically made a comment about, you don't have any faith in God if you're going to get readings done. And she asked me what my opinion was on that. Well, you watch the news, right? You watch the news and you go prepare for a hurricane. You buy your water, your food, your flashlights. You don't wait to see if God saves your house from the hurricane, do you? Same thing as getting a reading. I would rather know what's coming so I can prepare for it or make a proper decision than walking down the street blind and falling in a manhole. That doesn't make any sense. And that's what a lot of people are doing. They're walking around with blindfolds on and don't know where they're going, and then they're getting frustrated, and then they're like, help me out the manhole. And it's like, your ass shouldn't have fell in there in the first place had you had your money candle burning. This is what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of you will agree. Some of you won't. That's okay. I work with the willing. All right, my loves. Let's see. Did anybody want to see what's in my shaman bag? I'm going to show you anyway. Just because I love you guys, I want to help you out real quick. So a couple things. If you're very new on your spiritual journey, you do want to work with some tools to help kind of validate what you're sensing. So keep your pendulum. Get yourself a pendulum. I have a beautiful pendulum that I absolutely love, and I use it all the time. I mean, if I can't decide between a salad and a taco, I'll pull out my pendulum. So this is my baby right here. And I love her. I think she's very beautiful. I keep my cards with me. A very good deck of cards for a beginner is the Doreen Virtues Angel Tarot cards. I also, back to being very healthy. You've got to take care of your body because it's not good to practice magic when you're sick. And I'm not talking like, okay, you have a little cold, a little flu. But when I say sick, I mean when the body is in a disease state. That's everything from depression. You can't find your way out the paper bag. You're angry. You just feel run down. You know, you're worried about things. So I keep colloidal silver on me, and I keep my essential oils that I put in my nose. It's flu season, guys. Get yourself some rosemary, tree tea, or eucalyptus. Put a little dab in your nose to keep those bugs out, because you got work to do. You don't have time to be sick. I just had a cold last week that hit me really hard, and it was like, okay, JJ, you're not taking care of yourself. Yup, don't do what I did, okay? Don't be sitting at your altar trying to do spell work, blowing your nose. That ain't cute from the ancestors. I keep dragon's blood on me, and I put this in my water. Yes, this is dragon's blood sap from the tree. This goes in my candles. This also goes in my water. Very, very good for you. Of course, I have my clear quartz crystals, 2 tarot cards, my money and my gambling oil is always on me, and oh yeah, and just little things for protection. This is a pendant I got to keep prosperity. So that's what I keep in my shaman bag, and some Advil. So get your spiritual tools, have them on you. Start doing your baths, start listening to yourself, start trusting yourself. If you don't know something, ask, get some guidance, do your homework, okay? A lot of this manifesting the life and being your best potential is about self-discovery. And if you don't know who you are, how do you know where you're going to go? And how do you know where you're supposed to be? Start healing, start releasing, start letting go, start forgiving. Start being healthy. When you start being healthy, things will turn around for you. And healthy is mentally, physically, and emotionally. You will see the most amazing results. Amazing, amazing, I'm telling you. Don't take my word for it. Go over to Let's Talk Magic and read all the testimonials, okay? Simple little tools. It's amazing what a single candle spell can do for you. And your success and your happiness is truly one ritual away. All right, my loves, I'm going to hop off here because some of y'all ordered candles and I need to ship them to you today, or people are going to be yelling at me. The 2019 candles are available on my website, oneritualaway.com. I still have a few in stock. They will not be around forever. The company that produces them is only making a small shipment for me. And I love you. I love you. If you guys like these Instagram lives, I'll start doing more. This was my first one. What do you think? Did I do good? My first one. I'm usually always on Facebook, but I'm trying to be a little more present for y'all here. So let me know what you think. Where can I get dragon's blood from? You can order it. Honestly, I get my dragon's blood from a woman here in Los Angeles, If you're in the LA area, inbox me. I can give you her info. She does not ship, so you have to actually be here to go. But you can order it. You can order online. It's really, really, really accessible. I missed some of the questions, but I'll try to go back through and comment for you guys. Don't forget, are you blocking your financial abundance video? Go watch it. It's going to help you. I love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye.